Hey folks, this is Vent with Ads Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly review Dyson Sphere Program. This is a game that you can find on Steam's Early Access program for about 20 bucks. As such, everything that you're about to see here, including this review, is subject to change. In fact, I'm going to go as far as to say that this is not going to be a full review. And the reason is, well, this game is Space Factorio. It is. I have played Factorio for several hours. And in Factorio, you're putting factories down, you're mining out resources, you're creating production chains. The whole point of Factorio is to build this rocket and launch it into space, and that's that. Now, I don't know if there's been an extra step added since the last time I've played it, but that was the gist of it. Well, in this game, Dyson Sphere Program, you're going to be doing much the same thing. You are in charge of this robot that goes down onto a planet, and at first you're going to be tasked with mining out iron ore, then copper ore, combining them into smelters, and then creating different products. However, there is a galaxy that will be randomly generated for you, so it'll be different every time you play. And over the course of the game, and this is the part that I have not gotten to yet, you're going to be managing this interstellar transportation network where you'll be transporting resources back and forth, creating this galactic industrial empire of sorts. You'll also be developing, a Dyson sphere, which is a megastructure that orbits around a star, and it harnesses all of its power and energy. Think Star Trek The Next Generation. There was an episode called Relics where Scotty and Geordi were working together to save the Enterprise D from it being trapped inside the Dyson sphere. But anyway, so you're going to be gathering resources on a number of planets. You're going to be constructing factories and figuring all this stuff out. There's also a research tree. Actually, there's two of them. One is to create new technologies, and the other one is to improve your very own character, your robot. So, for example, there's a technology that I got, I believe, that improved my move speed, I think it was. I'm actually clicking into the game now just to verify this. One of the upgrades is Mecha Core, which increases your max core energy. That's one thing that your character didn't have in Factorio. There was no survival mechanic. There was nothing needed to keep them going. You just ran around doing stuff. Well, in this game, you've got energy, sort of like this internal battery. And you have to consume trees and plants at first in order to keep going. And I have yet to figure out a better way to sustain myself. I've been playing for roughly 2 to 3 hours now, and I'm still in the early stages of the game. That's why I said this is going to be less of a review and more of a first impressions, but it's still a dad on a budget kind of thing. Other upgrades, there's move speed, there's inventory capacity, there's communication control, which gives you more construction drones available to you, fuel power, there's flight, which is cool, solar sail life, solar rate, energy dissipation, but a lot of this stuff you'll have to... It's sort of like in Factorio where you're creating these little science beaker, these colored science beakers, like packets, and you consume them in a research lab in order to create something. Well, in this game, you're creating these blue cubes and these red cubes and so on in order to research most of this stuff. So you're going to be splitting your blue cubes and your red cubes between unlocking new technologies and unlocking new upgrades for your personal mech. So there's a lot of stuff to do here. These planets have a day and night cycle as you would expect. It's got a futuristic Satisfactory feel. I don't know if you folks have played Satisfactory. Satisfactory is a bit more, more robotic. And that's what the buildings in this game feels like. I mean, Factorio had kind of an automation feel to it, but it wasn't like futuristic. Satisfactory definitely felt more futuristic, and that's what this game feels like. So you've got this general top-down, it's more of a diagonal camera angle, but you've got this Factorio-esque system with a Satisfactory feel about it. So yeah, I gotta say I'm really enjoying it so far. It's gonna take me quite a while to actually fully get anywhere to create some kind of super review. You know what I mean? So I'm just here to tell you right now that the game is, at the moment, super playable. I haven't really had any issues. Whenever you create a new game, you'll be able to choose the different seed. You can either have a randomly generated seed, or you can pick the seed number if you want to do that, so you and your friends can coordinate should you choose to do that. You can also choose the number, like number of planets or the size or something like that. So you can make the galaxy like small, big, large, and different planets are going to have different resources on them. And in the beginning of the game, which I've experienced, you're going to be figuring out, okay, I've got this copper miner thing, and it's going into this smelter. Now, how do I logistically get this copper ingot over here to join this iron ore ingot into this fabricator assembling machine building to create this one thing that I need, which then goes into something else. Like that's where I'm at right now, and I'm still trying to figure that part out. And I'm also trying to create the most efficient way to get more fuel. I haven't figured that out yet. Again, 3 or 4 hours of playing this. My main goal today is to introduce you to the game, show you what it's like, at least the initial stages of it, and if it looks interesting to you, then by all means pick it up. I am interested in this. I want to keep playing it. Factorio is fun, Satisfactory is fun, and by extension, this one so far is pretty darn fun. I am a little concerned about my core energy. Like, I'm draining through it very quickly just going around doing things. I'm just used to Factorio, like my guy's running around like a chicken with its head cut off. Well, in this game, I have to be a bit more precise with what I'm doing so I'm not wasting energy. Using your rockets to go over water is a huge drain, so I got to be careful not to go over water. So, like, it's a bit more strategic that way. I have not come across any sort of alien life or tower defense element to it. In fact, I was looking at the tech tree, and I'm not seeing. Now, I'm scanning it, mind you, so I could be missing something, but I do not see turrets anywhere here. The focus of this game seems to be more logistics, factories, get them running, get this intergalactic network going. That's what this game seems to be focused on. I do not see any tower defense element to this. There's power that you have to worry about, so you're managing a power network, and the reports are very clean. You can sort per planet or throughout your entire solar system, should you want to see all that. But again, that's something that you'll experience with many, many, many hours into this. Yes, I recommend it. I know it's early. I know I've only played for, 3, 4 hours. I don't even know anymore. But yeah, it's $20, and there's a lot of playtime to be had there if you're willing to learn it. But that could be the same. The same could be said about games like Factorio and Satisfactory. I think we've got a winner here, and I'm hoping that this game only improves in early access. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.